803-page handwritten diary full of the musings of a young man embarrassed by his body and awkward around girls.
This is not how I always felt, especially when I was growing up, I saw, I had hopes and stuff like that with women and stuff, and even though I was fat and this and that, but, I still had hopes.
There are times he's sort of affecting in some way as you're watching it.
I found, as I went through his diary and watched some of the tape, that I liked him. It was a sad situation, and before his thoughts began to turn so destructive towards Bjork, you almost wished that you could have sat down and talked with him and said, there's some people who would like you. He was smart, he was creative.
His family is middle class. They came to the U.S. from Uruguay, even though he's lived most of his life in America. And though he is extremely bright, he drops out of high school to become an artist. To support himself, he works part-time as an exterminator, fighting roaches.
Oh, man, did I kick some ass tonight, man? At that new restaurant, tons and tons of roaches, tons.
Lopez takes refuge from his troubles by reading about the glamorous world of celebrities. The diary shows, in the beginning, he develops a huge crush on Gina Davis.
He watched Thelma and Louise, I think. He said in one place he watched it more than Hinckley watched Taxi Driver. That's scary.
He gives Davis up when he learns she'll marry director Rennie Harlin. And then he sees a video of a song called Human Behavior. He fastens on the face of the singer, and he is completely lost.
Wow, man, she's so beautiful. And strange, too. I've never really seen a girl that looks quite like her.
At the time, he's just 18 years old.
She entered my mind, put it that way, obviously.
Bjork, the singer from Iceland, is famous for her gammon face and haunting voice.
Look at this beautiful face. This cute, innocent, sweet and shy thing.
In the beginning, she seems to be just a muse for him, inspiring him to create artworks dedicated to her.
Well, here's a sculpture which I'm creating of Bjork.
On the tape, he analyzes his early drift from fan into fantasy.
I had nothing in my life really at that point. This gave me something, Being in love, having an infatuation, okay, it's a euphoric feeling, and I was very happy.
He keeps talking about Bjork's innocence, purity, his intention to give her his perfect, chaste love.
The most I've ever wanted to do with her is just hold, just like, I've had many fantasies of just holding her,
Why is he naked? Most of the time.
I think it's because it was so bloody hot in that apartment, and I don't think he had air conditioning, but it is rather strange. He's parading and sort of assaulting everybody with this view of what he feels is his extremely unattractive, even grotesque body.
Is a stalker always motivated by sexuality? What's the relationship between sex and a stalker?
Well, it's considered a sex crime, but not in the same sense that you might consider what a serial killer does as a sexually motivated crime, because in that case, the sexual thrill is the actual murder. In the case of someone like Lopez, he keeps saying that he does not want sex with her. The stalkers we're talking about very much, they stalk because they want some kind of connection with the target of their fantasies. They're not necessarily setting out to kill this person. They may not even know it's going to escalate to that.
Cornwell tries to get a sense of Lopez's physical world, the time he spent alone in this room, how he would go out occasionally to work or buy records.
Did he try to contact her? Did he write her fan mails all the time?
He did write her. He actually was painting pictures of her, and at one point he sent her a piece of his art, and he kept counting the days that went by that he did not get a response.
And poring over the written diary, Cornwell says you can see how Lopez's fantasy is becoming more and more consuming and less anchored in reality.
This is where he's saying, talking about being ignored, which is clearly what he's beginning to feel by her. Because imagine he presents his artwork and he gets no response.
He says if she'd just written back just once, I would have been happy. Would he? Would that have stalled?
I don't think so. I think that people's perception of stalking is